Hi, I'm Mike Winkler, and I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain in Issaquah, Washington.
And I'm E.J. Bolds. I'm the Principal Managing Broker for Coldwell Banker Bain on Mercer Island, Washington.
E.J., in our last Realty Bros video blog post, we had a special entry about Salmon Days, and of course that's still 2 days away, so we're not going to be able to talk about Salmon Days, but we are going to talk about one of the great things about Salmon Days, which is something good amidst tough times. And so I thought, wow, maybe we should talk about how to stay motivated in tough times.
That's a great subject because we've been living with that on our minds for actually a number of years. It's really hard to imagine that it's been just a little over 4 years. In fact, in August of 2007, that the banking meltdown started, and that started the recession, of course, that we've been in. And while things have turned around in the Seattle market the last year especially, and things are improving, we've certainly felt the pain of that recession like the rest of the country. We've seen real estate prices drop about 30% overall in the Puget Sound area, and as a result of fewer transactions being done, we see about 25% fewer brokers in the Northwest Multiple Listing Service than we saw in August of 2007. So yes, we've definitely felt some pain here. So Mike, what are some of the things we do to make ourselves get through these tough times?
Well, for our regular Realty Bros viewers and those who come to our classes, this is probably not going to be something new, because one of the universal truths that we know is that planning helps you work through tough times. It keeps you focused. In fact, we have a common saying that when we talk about what happens when your plan blows up, and it's, well, go back to your plan, and that really is true with both time management, with our efficient business management class, in terms of time blocking. And we know how easily people get distracted by business when they're trying to conduct business in the normal course of prospecting and working with their sphere and that type of thing. And we also know with business planning that things go awry. Something doesn't close when it's supposed to, some revenue isn't produced when it's supposed to, but yet if you stick to the plan, it brings you back to center. And there's actually a calming effect, because there's nothing worse than getting up in the morning every day and kind of going and trying to figure out which direction you're going to go based on the wind. If you have a plan, there's comfort in being able to have direction.
That's correct. And in addition to the planning, I think it's important to realize the reasons that we're working. And even if you're right now working just to pay the bills, at the end of that, when the bills are paid off, there are other things that you can do and other things that you can spend that money on. So I think it's important to stay in touch with some of the reasons why we work. Also, any sorts of pleasures that you get out of the work that you do, or small vacations that you can take, those are motivational reasons that we can keep working and sort of keep our attitudes going. And even having specific financial considerations or responsibilities that we take on can sometimes have their own reward. So for example, if we're putting a child through college, there's somewhat of a reward feeling that I am making those payments and I am paying that tuition, and that's about sort of reveling in the small victories that we see every day.
Then I am victorious, EJ, because I have 2 kids in college right now, so thanks for reminding me. Gosh. But another thing, seriously, is that you've got to have a support network, and whether it's friends or colleagues, whether it's a church or a Kiwanis or a Rotary Club, some sort of service club, having a sense of community when things are tough. It's interesting, when someone suffers a major setback in their life, like the death of a family member, there's always a surge of family and friends and community around that person to provide, or family to provide them support. Well, you don't have to have a catastrophic event to reach out and realize that you need help.
That's right.
And so, as serious as this is, and it is serious, it's okay to reach out to someone and say, things aren't going as well as I'd like. Can you help me? At least, can you listen to me? And so, You know, we get that benefit in a different way. We have management meetings every 2 weeks, and in a way that's always kind of a cathartic experience because we get to hear and see that there are others just like us going through the issues that we're going through as principal managing brokers. And, but we also get the benefit of ideas as a result of that on how to fix things. Now, we also have plans. Those meetings are part of our plans.
Exactly.
So it all fits in this nice puzzle that has meaning. And so it's okay to reach out and admit. And oftentimes, it's no different than any type of planning. If you have something that you really want to do or that you need to do, if you commit and then you let someone else know for accountability purposes, it's more likely that you're going to be successful.
That's absolutely true. Another thing that that can help get through tough times is really to go outside of yourself. We all are our own favorite subject, and in the real estate business, you have to have an ego of sorts. And yet, so going outside of your own problems and volunteering, and even if it's only time-wise, with a local charity, giving time and energy to somebody else, really puts things in perspective, might make you realize that things aren't as bad for you as you might think they are, that there are others that are far worse off. And also the mere fact of giving to others has its own reward and is good for you in a variety of ways.
Well, EJ, just like we have the principal manager broker meetings every 2 weeks, we have business meetings every week in our offices.
Right.
And those can be opportunities for camaraderie and to share. We also, I know you have a group in your office. What's it called?
The production group.
Production group, and then we have what we call the listing lunch, which is an opportunity for brokers to get together and share with the intent of growing business. It is a great way to have a common focus and a goal. You know, camaraderie and planning really go together because you can share and commit and keep each other accountable. So there's great value in that, and I know that both of us encourage that. The good news is that things are getting better, and so hang in there.
I'm EJ Bowles.
I'm Mike Winkler. Till next time.